Hey, good morning. So it is International Pilates Day today. And that is a day in which we just celebrate Pilates and we invite people to participate in free classes right across the globe. So I'm going to jump in this morning and give you just a little taste of some of the Pilates mat work. So we're going to jump right into it, okay? So I want you to have a seat, sit cross-legged. I want you to wiggle a little bit. Find those two bones underneath your buttocks, your sit bones. And then I want you to close your eyes for a second and just let go of any unnecessary tension in your body. Take a big breath in through your nose. And then you're going to exhale with some noise today. You're going to take your hands now and you're going to grab around your rib cage, okay? So fingertips are going to have these bottom ribs, thumbs to the back, and we're going to take our breath in through the nose. Feel your ribs expand out and up. Exhale with that and feel the ribs close down and in. Let's do that together 3 times. Now continue to breathe in that way. The sound will help you activate your core more, but turn, sit on your bum. Again, you want to feel those sit bones, and we're just going to warm up here with a little bit of a half roll back. So on the sit bones, grab underneath the thighs, take your gaze ahead, keep your collarbones wide. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, I want you to curl back of your sit bones, like you're hollowing out your belly, and allow the arms to lengthen. Pause here, take one of those wide, deep breaths into the ribs, and then come home. Inhale here. Exhale, curl back. We're going to inhale, stay. We're going to exhale, come up. So we're just warming up through the mobility of our lumbar spine. Roll halfway back. If you want more challenge, you can take the arms straight, or you could come far down all the way just to tap the bottom rib, but you don't need to, okay? Then we're going to come all the way up. I'm going to walk a little bit more forward. We're going to take one more breath here. Reach your arms up in front of you. We're going to go all the way down to the mat this time. So we're going to exhale, curl under. Feel free to reach one of your legs long. Feel the front of the hip open and stretch. And then when you get down to the mat, I want you to lay yourself flat. Get into the center of your mat, okay? Place your hands on your belly. Take a big breath in. Exhale. And did you feel how your belly naturally drew down to the mat? We want to keep that engagement throughout the class. So take another breath. As you exhale, bring one leg and then 2 legs up into this tabletop position. Set your hands on either side of your legs. Give a little push into your hands, and the hands into the legs into the hands. Nod the chin slightly, stay wide across the collarbones. We're going to exhale, find our core, curl our head, neck, and shoulders up, okay? So inhale, exhale, reach your legs up to the ceiling. Take your arms beside you. We're going to do the 100, which is going to be inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Feel free to put your head, neck, and shoulders down if you feel any tension. The other option you have is to bend your knees back into this tabletop position. You want your ribs nice and heavy on the mat. We're going to do one more set. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10. Talking and doing Pilates is hard, okay? Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, take your neck side to side because we don't want to see any tension there. Now I'm going to have you bring one foot down, then the other. I'm not going to stick with a traditional order today. I'm going to just get our body moving well. So we're going to stand on our 2 feet, gently press the arms into the mat. Because we were just curled up, we're going to open up the front of the hip now. So take a breath, and as you exhale, curl your tail off and slowly pick your spine up bone by bone to come up into this, through a hip roll into a bridge position, okay? You should feel your glutes here. You should feel the opening through the front of the hips. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, keep your hips reaching to the ceiling and roll your spine down bone by bone to come all the way back and down, okay? Take one leg straight. Take the second leg straight. We're going to come through our roll up. If this is difficult, you'll stay with the half roll up through the warm up. So we're going to start with the arms over our chest. Take an exhale. Find that core. Reach the arms back behind you. Inhale the arms over the chest. Nod the chin. And then exhale. Curl up. Slow and controlled. Reaching your fingers towards your toes, okay? Now as you inhale, hollow out the belly, start to roll back. Take your gaze forward and exhale, slow and controlled, come down to the mat. Find your ribs, find your shoulders, find your head, reach overhead. And again, inhale the arms, curl the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, float yourself up off the mat. I want you to think more of floating, reaching, connecting, rather than gripping and grabbing muscles, okay? It should be a full body effort through each of these exercises. We're going to do one more just to come up and stay up. Curl the chin, exhale, and roll that spine up, okay? Reach forward, and then I want you to rebuild your spine tall as if you were sitting up against a wall, okay? Going to get my hair out of the way. We're going to go a little bit out of the traditional order, and I'm going to choose to sit cross-legged. If you have the ability to take your legs out long in front of you, I do. That's fine as well. But we're going to do a little bit of a spine twist. So we started in this position. The rib cage is upright. We're going to float the arms out to the sides. I want you to feel as though your shoulder blades are reaching left and right, and also plug your shoulders in and down, okay? So we're going to inhale here in the center. Just follow with my breath. The exhale be a rotation. Inhale, center. It's 3 little twists. One more each way. Center. Come to the center. Float the arms back and down. Now, we're not going to do all the exercises today. We just would not have time. So we're going to come back where we started. We're going to get our way back to the mat through our roll down. Okay, so we're going to reach the arms long. Take a breath. Curl the tail under. Again, you have an option of reaching one leg long. Let's have to prepare you for the teaser on the reformer. And we're going to take our body along. Again, we want to feel the bottom ribs on the mat. We want to keep the belly nice and connected here, nice and flat. We're going to exhale to bring the legs in one at a time. And we're going to come up through our single leg stretch. So I'm going to take my hands, both of them, press them into the legs again, just to engage. I'm going to nod the chin. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. I'm looking through my knees. Now I'm going to take my hands both to one knee. I'm going to reach through my left foot, push for the back of my leg. I'm going to maintain the curl of my head, neck, and shoulder as I switch. We'll do 4 and 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in, set your head down, rock your head to the right, come to the center, rock your head to the left. We want to let go of any unnecessary tension there. We'll do that one more time. We're going to repeat that move, but we're going to add a rotation for our obliques exercise. So we're going to take a breath. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. And bring the hands behind the head, okay? Take a breath here, stay lifted. Rotate to your left, reach through the right leg. Now come back through center. Exhale, switch. Let the ribs be heavy on the mat. You should feel your abdominals rotating you. We don't want to feel the back tightening up, okay? We'll do one more each way, and one more time. We're going to come back to the center, set the head down again, take the hands behind the legs, reach both legs up to the ceiling. Why not reach, but then soften your feet, okay? Open the collarbones wide, feel the ribs heavy. We're going to come up and do a scissor in just a moment. So again, nod the chin just slightly towards the chest, like you're holding kind of a peach under your chin. You want to maintain that position. Then exhale, use your exhale to curl your head, neck, and shoulders off. Now, take both of your hands behind your left leg, flare the elbows wide, and then reach the right leg down to the floor and feel that pull, okay? We're gonna scissor that and switch, and scissor switch, and scissor switch. Notice if when one leg goes away, you feel a change in the weight to the back of your ribs. When my left leg drops down, I want to twist to the right. A little bit of an imbalance there. So we just want to be aware of these things. We're going to do one more. Take both legs up to the ceiling, bend the knees into the chest, and again, set everything down. Bring your feet down one at a time. Let's go through the hip roll again. Before we do that, let's nod that head right to left. I actually have a little bit of a shoulder injury right now, just from too much raking over the weekend. But when you're first starting with Pilates as well, you can get a really sore neck. So we want to really make sure we are taking care of that. So we're going to come through our hip roll, take a breath, stand on your feet, curl your tail off, lift the bones of your spine up one at a time. Again, keep those collarbones wide. Reach through those kneecaps. So we're reaching more than we're lifting, and then roll your spine down. This should feel delicious. You should actually feel like your spine gets longer by the time it comes down. Let's do one more. Curl the spine up, bone by bone, reaching them, and taking your sit bones, reaching them towards the backs of your knees. And then roll yourself back down, slow and control once more. We're going to have you roll over to your side. We're going to come onto our stomach. And like I say, I'm not following the traditional order today. I'm kind of just picking some of my favorite exercises, okay? So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Much like yoga, I mean, Pilates has an order, but much like yoga, Pilates can be pick what you like and make your spine feel good, okay? So look down to the mat. Take a breath here, push into your feet, and then we're going to curl the tail under. And much like our hip roll, we're trying to articulate the vertebrae one at a time. From here now, reach from your tailbone, your sit bones, bring your ribs nice and flat onto your spine into a flat back position. And then one more time, we curl up. We find this angry Halloween cat position. And then we lengthen our tail from our head here. Okay, because we're here, we're going to stay here. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to do our leg pull front prep. So if you watch, I'm going to curl my toes under. Look at my shoulders for a second. We don't want to sink down here. Now all of our weight is into our joints. We're stressing our shoulders, our elbows, our wrists. So we want to use our muscles to push away from the mat, okay? Now, again, don't let your belly drop. So you want to have your belly gently lifted towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, just hover the knees off the mat, okay? We're going to stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Set that back down and then just push back into a little bit of a shell stretch. I'm going to teach you a little bit of the preparatory exercises as well. Some of the pre-Pilates things, some of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to have you come and lay on your belly. We're going to take our hands and then we're going to rest our forehead down, okay? You want your pubic bone really pressed into the mat. We're going to bend our knees. So we are in a diamond position, really. Our knees are open and wide. And we're going to do an exercise called the heel squeeze prone. So the heels are going to be touching together. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze the heels together for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, let go of that connection of the heels. And then again, exhale, connect the heels, squeeze them together gently. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gently release that. As you find that exhale this time, let's find our core at the same time. So it's inhale, exhale, and there with that, you should feel both your core and your glutes connect. Let's repeat that. Take a breath. And then let that go. Bring the feet down. And then bring your hands beside you. I'm just going to make sure I have enough space here. We're going to come up through our swan dive prep. So we're in a nice long position. Draw the shoulders down away from the back. Pubic bone stays on the mat. As you inhale, I want you just to tuck the shoulders into the back pockets and reach the crown of the head away. Then start to take your gaze up the wall. Slowly straighten your hands and come up into this swan dive position. You should feel the muscles in your upper back. You should feel your glutes. Your abdominals should have lengthened to give your low back space. We're going to stay here for just a second, and then we're going to slow and control. Follow our gaze back down the mat to where we started, okay? We're going to do that 2 more times. So we inhale to set the shoulders down the back. We exhale to find our reach. Abdominals are connected, but lengthening. Collarbones are wide. We control it back down. Everything is done with concentration, control, precision, centering. One more time here, and breathing through Pilates to really move our bodies well. And then last time, we're going to roll ourselves back down. I want you to push your toes under. You're going to put your hands beside you, okay? Elbows are going to pull back. I'm curling under my toes. Remember that leg pull front before? I want you to connect the muscles through your upper back, reach through your heels, and push all the way up into a plank, okay? I prepped you for this earlier. Then we're going to keep everything stable. We're going to reach one leg to the ceiling and then the other leg. Try not to let the knees bend. Reach and down, reach and down, reach and down, reach and down. Drop the knees, push back into what we call a bit of a shell stretch here. Then we're going to roll the spine all the way back up. In the traditional mat work, there are 34 exercises. When we do some of the stop Pilates repertoire, we do a lot of pre-Pilates things as well. So really, the varieties are endless. We're going to do one more fun exercise to end, which is going to bring us up to standing. I'm probably going to come out of the picture, but we're going to do 2 things actually. Typically, we roll like a ball early in the repertoire, but I want you to sit tall, okay? And I want you to think about half roll back, where we just roll back of our sit bones, okay? That's the beginning of that. And then we would come up to balance that. I'm going to play with that a couple times. See how my shoulders are lifting? We want to drop the shoulders down, keep those collarbones wide, okay? Then we're going to keep looking at our belly button. We're just going to roll back once and come up. Do that again. So we're holding the shape of this ball. Now come up and balance. We're going to make a little change. We're going to take the arms up. We're going to open the knees. We're going to reach through, put the feet together, and we're going to clap the feet into the seal, okay? So I don't want you to look at me while you do this, but we're going to clap 3 times. Clap, 2, 3, roll back, clap, 2, 3, come up. Now, this is a hard one to control, but you can see that you really can't do this without laughing. We're going to go back one more time, come up, cross the legs, and stand. Now, you can't see me. I have to come back down. That's all we're going to do for today. So a little bit of fun with Pilates. If I look over at what we did, we only did what, maybe 10 exercises, with a little bit of an introduction to what I love to do, what I love to teach, that, and of course, melt. All right, you guys have a great day. We will talk to you.